on the road to Barili, take this side route and you will enjoy this beautiful place. The view here is magnificent, and I found a road at the back here that you might try if you have a rough four-wheel drive experience. Drive down there. I suggest you should ask to local first if it's okay by them. But this place is wonderful, I tell you. To come and experience places like this, that's why I go overlanding and drive the back roads of Cebu to discover these hidden gems where maybe you live, or you have a auntie or uncle and grandma or grandpa who comes from such a place. This is between Aloguinsan to this side and Barili to my other side, and then we have the Tanon Strait at the back here. And here you find lots of small beautiful beaches if you want to take a swim. I call today's route scenic route from Aloguinsan to Barili, and this is the route you should take if you want a little bit adventure. Hello. Hello. So if you want a little bit adventure, take this route to from Aloguinsan to Barili. Skip the main road. You will have much more fun driving this road. And just a little bit after Bogo River, you will find a steep hill. Today they are building out this road and making it better and putting spalto on it, but luckily for me it is not spalto on the way up or the way down today. So here the adventure starts. I will go in front of the car, turn on the camera, and I can show you this beautiful place. I put on the camera on the front, so let's go for a ride. Hello.
Hello, vlog.
Good. So the first little challenge is this little hill. Just for fun, I put the car in four-wheel low, but you do not need that. You can go up this in two-wheel drive and it will be no problem. The first part, it is quite easy to traverse, but when you come up here there is a small recess, and just be careful and you're up to the next level. So after taking up that first hill, I suggest now you just take a small break, enjoy the view. These places have been used for farming earlier, so you will see remainders of farms, but right now there is no farming going on. There is a little bit downhill, and I think that will be maize. At the background you will see Negros Occidental, and then at the back here, that is where Aloguinsan is. We have a little bit more to drive, but since this road is much shorter than my previous tour, I suggest you make room for a lot of small stops. Bring some snack. We will have some food and eat a little bit later, but right now it's fitting for a small stop and just soak in this scenery. So our next challenge will be this hill. I suggest you turn into four-wheel drive now if you can, and this is just for testing your four-wheel drive system. But the road, if it's rainy, it can be a little bit slippery, but here the spalto, there is very little spalto. There is a little bit made for motorbikes, but not for cars. But this route, that is where you want to go. Follow along on the map to my side, and you will be able to have a fun time. Let's see if we do it proper now. So it's four-wheel drive. I don't put it in low, and let's just continue on up this hill. It will be a little bit bumpy, but as I said previously, do bring along a car with high ground clearance and you will have no problems and no damage to your car. And if you are worried about damage, then you shouldn't go ahead. But the route is very scenic, and it's very nice to try to test your car a little bit and try to up your own skills. This is a truly nice little drive. Now we're at almost at the top of the first hill, but don't worry, your skills will be tested a little bit more when we come to the next hill. Here in the beginning, on the top, after the top, there is a few people living, so be mindful, respect that you are now outside their property, so take care, don't make too much noise, be polite if anyone say hello to you or you want to talk to people, and let's keep this route open for a while now. But as I suspect, this route will be made into a proper road in short time. So if you want to try this route, come now while the route is open, and you will have a fun time. This next part, there is a small rainwashed gully. Take care, and everything will be fine, no problem. Next part, there is a car blocking, so I'm not sure how we're gonna pass that one. I think we can pass it on the right. Yeah, that will be fine. Let's pass it on the right. This will go smooth. Now we come to a fun challenge. You can select the right or the left. Be mindful that if cars come, they think they will drive on their side. So I take the more challenging, the rougher side, and just drive up it. Still just in four-wheel drive. I don't need to have four-wheel drive low up as of now. So if you just drive slowly, your car will just pull you up this hill. You can also take the challenge by going to the left, but not right, but there the road will stop shortly. So continue the route that I'm taking now. A little bit bumpy here, so slow down so that your passenger and yourself don't get kicked out around too much. But this is why I love the back roads of Cebu. And when I came to Cebu the first time, almost 30 years ago, all roads in Cebu province was almost like this. Even the one that had the bus route going. And I remember one time the bus was, the tires of the bus sink down more than 1 meter plus into the mud, and all the passenger was still on the bus, but the conductor and everyone was outside pulling the bus out. On this route you will also find quite a lot of bird life. So if you are into birds, then take your time here and bring along a binocular, and you will enjoy also the bird life that you will see. And you might also find some snakes and some lizards in this area. So about 15 years ago, that was the first time me and my wife took this route. We took it with a motorbike, a small Mio scooter. It was super fun, and later I just tried to recreate this experience, but this time bringing along a car, because we did try to make it with a car earlier, but that time the road was still too horrible and mostly one-lane motorbike route, so we couldn't bring the car along. Now the road is much wider, and you can bring your car with no problems here. I just like to drive slow, soak in the atmosphere, It's a truly enjoyable little trip, and the route here is fun and scenic for you and everyone you bring along. These types of roads are my favorite. They are a proper backcountry road where you can relax, take in the scenery as a driver, but also your passenger can enjoy this route. And it's not too challenging. There will be some parts where the water have created gullies in the road. Some of the road might be missing, so there you need to take extra care, but most of the time it will be smooth sailing almost. And this is the fun part, because you will not destroy your car. Along the coastline here, the local government have put up protected areas, so there will be no more fishing, and there will also be enforced protection here. And there is several signs along this route notifying you that the sea is being protected. Today we have been lucky. There is very few cars here today. There have been a few motorbikes coming in towards us. Now we're at the top, and in front of us we can soon see Barili. From the back, from the air, you will be able to see where Aloguinsan is. And here on my right side we are passing a water area that is being protected. So here there will be no more fishing, and protection will be enforced, and there is a few signs being put up and telling you that this area is being protected. The area that I'm passing now is close to Victoria Peak, and Victoria Peak is to my left up here. You can maybe see a sign or a small red flag, and that is Victoria Peak. There you can stop with your motorbike or your car and enjoy the view. We are heading down and going more and more down in elevation towards Barili. That is where we will end up. So here, drive a little bit careful in case you meet a bigger truck than yourself, so you just have a room that you need to back up. If not, you will have a great time. Right in front of us now is Barili. It's a beautiful little town. I will say it's sleepy town. Beautiful small bay, and this place was also settled by the Spaniards several hundred years ago. At that time, Cebu was populated, at the most, when the Spaniards come to Philippines, it was populated by approximately 50,000 to 100,000 people. At least that's what history is estimating. And Barili was just a small settlement for probably soldiers that were keeping an eye out for pirates at sea here and inspecting the sea route. And in Aloguinsan there was a tower, or a baluarte, and that tower was used by the Spaniards, and it housed about 10 to 15 soldiers. Tanon Strait Protected Seascape, and that is the seascape outside here, so that is the one being protected. Now we are at the end of this scenic route. We have a little bit more driving, but we will, at the back here, we will have a picnic and just stop and enjoy this wonderful view here. What we'll have for food today, it's fried pork, noyong, and of course we will have sauce, delicious rice. Inside this plastic it is caldereta. It is delicious. I smelled it only, but I tasted it earlier, and the noyong is super good. I suggest you bring along some food, make your own picnic either into the grass around us or like we do today under a palm tree, some shade, some noise, but it's still a good picnic. See you soon. This trip is now complete. I hope you enjoy it, and until next time, we meet again. Bye bye.